was pretty pretty messed up, right? When you got stuck for 286 days.
I don't know if I would say messed up is the right word. I would say it was a little bit unpredictable in the beginning. Like that whole summer was like unfortunately that was the hardest part. I think the beginning part. For once after we launched and then we got to the space station, we knew we weren't going to come home as planned. But there was a lot of people on the ground who were still working to. We're going to get home. We're going to come home tomorrow. We're going to come home tomorrow. We're going to come tomorrow. Like, wait a minute. We all have to understand what the problem is and understand what the fix is and all that kind of stuff. But of course, NASA doesn't want to miss an opportunity, so they still had a lot of people turned on to keep working through all this. So that meant there was questions coming to us, and we were answering questions back and forth. When it seemed like the probability was pretty slim that we'd coming back in the next 2 weeks or month. We really needed to get some answers to what happened and understand that problem and see if there was an adequate fix before we would get back in that spacecraft. So that whole time frame, it's hard to have patience, right? I think all of us have to work on that. They say patience is a virtue, and it's very true, because it's sort of like when something uncontrollable is happening, you just have to sort of wait until the appropriate answer is provided. That's hard because you sort of want to go, how's it going down there? Like, how's it going? Have you solved the problem yet? What is the answer? Do we know yet? And you sort of have to give people some time. So we tried our best. I think we were sort of annoying at some points in time in asking the questions. And it's hard when you're up in space. It's like during COVID when we had Zoom calls, it was really hard to really, get to the bottom of some things, right? Because you had to you couldn't see somebody. You couldn't go and put your hands on something. You're not right there. And that's what it's sort of like all the time on the space station. We aren't there. I'm not seeing the test set up. I don't know what all the parameters are. I listen to the meetings, but you know how it is in Zoom calls, right? Sometimes your mind is doing something else when you come back to what's going on, right? So it's it was hard to really be part of the solution process.
Yeah.
It was easy to ask questions, but it's hard to be part of the process. And so that was a little frustrating. I think the not so frustrating part at first, but then became frustrating was my family.